Hideelee here of So I Married a Record Collector. Just going to do a quick video of, well, quick video of my recent vinyl purchases. And these probably are the records that I have bought within the last couple months. As long as we've been doing these videos here, I have really upped my game as far as purchasing vinyl. So thanks to the vinyl community for inspiring me to stimulate the vinyl economy by buying more records. And yeah, it's just been fun, and I've really enjoyed picking these up. And we do have a local record store here in town, and we go there usually to get some new vinyl, but they do have a lot of old vinyl too. But when I was there, I checked out, well, my favorite singer-songwriter right now is Jenny Lewis, and I went to her section and I pretty much cleared out everything that was available. It's funny, Rilo, Kiley, her band that she was in before they split up, had this in that section. This is a release of, on vinyl, their first album that was only available on CD, I believe in 1999. Again, this is another instance of a friend sending me a song, and I went and looked and discovered more about them and ended up loving pretty much everything. So I have all the Rilo Kiley albums on CD, all the Jenny Lewis on CD, but as far as vinyl collecting goes, I thought it would be good to pick up the vinyl versions of some of my favorite albums too. So this was pretty fun to listen to and pick up, the self-titled Rilo Kiley. The first song I'd ever heard by them is the lead-off track on this album, The Frug. And I did notice that Always is a song that they did later on their Takeoffs and Landings album, but just maybe a little faster, a little more rocked up. So this was a really fun find for me. The Jenny Lewis albums, of course, are next. And this is Voyager from 2014. She's got her Graham Parsons-esque suit on here. And this is one of my favorite albums of all time, I think. I really love her songwriting, and really, she writes really relatable lyrics, I think, for women around our age group, I think. This is a release on Warner Brothers or Warner Records. Has the classic sticker on the LP here. Flashback to that time period. Lots of really fantastic songs on this album. The title track, The Voyager, is great. She's Not Me is really has a really funny video that goes with it too. If you have a chance to look over on YouTube and search for She's Not Me by Jenny Lewis, you won't regret. Jenny Lewis was actually a child star kind of in the mid to late 80s, and it kind of parodies some of her roles that she had back then. She was in a movie called The Wizard that a lot of people my age probably remember very well, regarding Super Mario Brothers and things like that. She's an episode of The Golden Girls, a few movies here and there, but yeah, Jenny Lewis, The Voyager, fantastic album. Happy to have that on vinyl. And then her latest release from 2020, I believe. This one's called On the Line. The same kind of motif here. I'm wondering what the next record's going to be like. Another cool suit on the back. There is the track listing. This one, I love this album. I think it's a fantastic record. She even admitted in an interview that she didn't use any vocal enhancements on this album. And her singing is a bit more raw, and she still sounds fantastic though. Got no complaints there. But Ringo Starr makes an appearance on this record, on the title track, or not the title track, the lead-off track on the album, Head's Gonna Roll. So if you're a Beatles fan, maybe check that out. This back in here. Really love this album. Standout tracks: Wasted Youth, Hollywood Lawn, Do-Si-Do. Yeah, really good stuff. So happy to have this on vinyl. She did release a song recently, Puppy in a Truck, and I'm hoping that means that there's an album forthcoming. Up next, picked this up the same day, Dolly Parton, Early Dolly. I'm not a huge country music fan, but I do like some old country, and I do like Dolly Parton a whole lot. This album is full of her early recordings from 1959 and 1963. Puppy Love was kind of cool, but the B-side actually pretty much a downer, full of songs about children starving and dying and just very sad songs. So here is the vinyl on lovely pink vinyl. Love some colored vinyl. They all sound really good, I think. Wasn't as fun of a record as I was hoping, but I'm still gonna keep it. Still enjoy Dolly. Up next, I couldn't resist that same day, I picked up this album, a release by Richard Swift. This one's called The Atlantic Ocean. If you've never heard of Richard Swift, to me, he's kind of hard to explain because he does so many different things with his music. He's a mixture of rock, jazz, pop, country, blues. I mean, he did it all. Unfortunately, he did pass away a couple of years ago, which is so sad because I really love him. You see on the little OB strip here, he did have about 5 or 6 albums or EPs that he put out, and I have most of them on CD. And he's another one that just writes really amazing songs, and he pretty much plays all the instruments and writes all the words and music. He was the keyboardist or bassist, I can't remember which, for the Black Keys when they toured live. So if you're like the Black Keys and that kind of music, then you would probably like Richard Swift too. But again, like I said, he's so diverse, and the sound of the music is so full and rich, and it just takes you on a journey too, because one song could be very mellow, the next song is very rockin'. So there's just a lot to be said about Richard Swift. So if you've never checked him out, highly recommend him. Now, the next release that I bought, I actually found on a website that John recommended to me called popmarket.com. And I was just browsing, not really intending to buy anything, but I found this and I thought, oh my gosh, this is such a great deal. I just can't pass it up. And you can laugh. I don't care. You know, you musical elitists and purists and things like that might not think that 80s rock and pop is very cool, but I love Roxette. They pretty much are associated with a lot of good memories of the 80s for me. You know, I don't have a lot of great memories of the 80s, but these songs just really always make me smile. And I was excited to see this because it's basically just a bunch of outtakes and different recordings of some of their hits and some songs I've never even heard of. So I was really excited to see this and have the opportunity to pick this up and probably learn some stuff about the group that I never knew. It comes with a really nice booklet, color booklet, and pictures, and it's a 4 LP set, and it's the same picture just in different colors. So I haven't really delved into this yet, but I'm really excited to listen to this and see what I can discover. They have, you know, the hits that I remember and love, Joyride and Dangerous. Dangerous is a really big favorite of mine, so was really glad to pick up this Roxette box set. Then on our next trip to RPM, I picked up another batch of On our next trip to RPM, I picked up another batch of vinyl, and I'd been thinking about this album and wanting to actually get it on CD, and I just never got around to doing it. But when I was looking through the section for this artist, I found Tim by The Replacements on vinyl. So of course this is a re-release from, I'm not exactly sure when it was re-released, but this is a really good one. We have a lot of the Replacements albums on CD, but I was excited to find this particular one and find it on vinyl. Not an original though, but still fun to have because it's very clean and good sounding. Swingin' Party is a really big favorite of mine. I know that. And also I read that Tommy Ramone produced part of this or some of it or all of it, but pretty cool to find that. I also picked up If You Listen by Francois Hardy. I do enjoy Francois Hardy, and I don't speak French though, so it was kind of cool to find some songs that she did in English. And this is a release on, looks like Warner Brothers again. Excited to find that. Check it out. I do enjoy, like I said, I do enjoy her music, and I do have one of her CDs with some English songs on it, and it's one that I played frequently on our radio show too, so this will be fun to listen to. And I also love the Talking Heads. So I saw this when I was actually looking in the George Harrison vinyl. Jerry Harrison from the Talking Heads doing the red and the black. Never heard any of his solo stuff, so I thought I would get this. It was a good price. Haven't listened to it yet, but should be fun to check out. And this was an 80s release on Sire, of course. So happy to grab that one and check that out too. Then I found this at the same time I got all those. Marianne Faithfull's Rich Kid Blues. The title track being the song written by a favorite of mine, Terry Reid. And I had heard her version of it before, but I've never owned this album on CD or really any format. I had some digital files that we used to plan the show. But this was really cool to find. It was a record store release from 2017 on kind of a silvery gray vinyl. Still has the little hype sticker on there from Record Store Day. Guessing somebody had it and probably just turned it in for some reason or another. But she does George Harrison's Beware of Darkness, Bob Dylan's It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. So it's definitely not the Marianne Faithfull that, if you know her from As Tears Go By back in the 60s, this is very different. You know, she's been through a lot and you can really tell in her voice and the songs that she chooses to sing around this time too. So very, very cool stuff, and I was really happy to find this one. Then I'm doing some online shopping, and I happened to fall upon this one. This is a Francois Hardy in English. So all of her songs in English. I like that, you know, kind of French pop sound from the 60s. So this is a release on Vogue, Sony Music. Kind of a nice robin's egg blue color vinyl. It was super, super marked down too. So I love getting a bargain. So when I saw the price too, it kind of just sealed the deal for me in getting this one. So again, haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but looking forward to it. And then what I was looking for actually was this album, The Black Keys, their latest, Dropout Boogie. I'd been hearing Wild Child for a while on the Spectrum on Sirius, and I really enjoyed it. And we like the Black Keys here. John hadn't bought the CD yet, but I thought I'd just pick up the vinyl. It was, again, a very good price. So Dropout Boogie by the Black Keys. Enjoy that one. And of course, while I was browsing around, I happened to stumble upon again this 7-inch, or I guess you would call it a 7-inch. It's a single by a band that I love called Cake. I guess if you're not familiar with Cake, they're another group that has a lot of very, very witty lyrics, very rock and roll, really fun band. They do a lot of fun covers too. This one is a song I've never heard, but I'm willing to give it a chance, called Mustache Man Wasted, backed with the Federal Funding March. So it's got to be good if it's Cake, because they're just so hilarious. On some orange vinyl here too. So looking forward to listening to that one. And I was on Discogs looking at this group. Actually, Stephen Carlson had a record by this duo, and I really was like, wow, I'm intrigued by this. I tend to like a lot of Swedish music. Well, not a lot, but you know, I like ABBA. I even like Ace of Base, so I thought I'd give this one a try. This is First Aid Kit. The album is called Ruins. What I have heard of it is really good. Very melodic singer-songwriter. And I guess these are sisters. There's the gatefold there. There's the lyric sheet. The vinyl's black, but that's okay. Looking forward to listening to this one, and definitely if I enjoy it, I'm going to make a point of getting the other albums too. Another situation where the CDs are way cheaper, so that might have to be an option for me, but I did get a really good deal on this on Discogs from a seller. And that same seller, when I was looking through the other items they had for sale, I happened to come across this Jenny Lewis single. This one's called On the iPhone, and these are a couple of songs that she recorded on her iPhone when she was working on the On the Line album that I showed you earlier, on a cute little pink Pepto-Bismol colored vinyl. And this has Rabbit Hole, which is the demo. The full song is actually on the Line, and another song called Standing in the Doorway, which I haven't heard before, so it'll be cool to listen to that. So that is a quick rundown of all the vinyl that I've purchased probably since we started making these videos. Again, just big thanks for everybody for being so kind. And John's going to be doing a recent purchase video very soon as well. So we'll have these kind of in between our going through the collection videos. So we'll be doing one of those today too. Not sure when I'm going to get it edited and up for release, but it will be soon. So hope everybody's having a good week, and we'll see you next time.